Hey everybody, this is Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome in. If you are not subscribed yet, welcome. And I hope you decide to stay. Um, this is Work a WIP Friday. I'm honestly only putting in a couple stitches on this today. I've put on a few, got a few more to put in. I have to spend most of my time right now on my sample crochet in order to have it done on time. It's taking me longer than a normal shawl that I would normally make because it is in fingering weight. I am enjoying it so much. I do need to make another video about that. And of course, if the last couple days hadn't happened the way that they did, I would have had them done and out already. But this right here is my sun hat, and it is a pattern by Make and Do Crew. And the first time I saw it a couple of years ago, I fell in love with it. I knew I had to make it. And it was put on my bucket list right then. And I can't wait. I am getting so close to being done. I have a few more rows. Somebody called it, last time I showed it, somebody said they enjoyed looking at my bucket hat. It's not a bucket hat, it is a sun hat. It just looks like a bucket hat right now because I'm working on the brim. Um, to me, it seems like the brim's not going to be as big as I thought it was, but I have to remind myself I still have a few rows to go, so it may end up looking like it's supposed to after a few more rows. So we will see. Wait to put this in here right now. I will show you the marker. This is where the brim starts right here. So those are all brim rows right down through there. We've got the top up here and then the side, which they do have a name for that. I can't think of what it is today. You have to forgive me, my brain is so fried here the last couple days. And then, like I said, here's the start of the brim. Now, if you want to, you can put divots in here, which I do have a divot kit, and I got it specifically for this, but I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I don't have the money to invest in the faux leather that I had picked out that I would like to use on Ravelry. So I'm thinking I may make a small braided cord to put through there. I don't know if I can make a small enough I cord to put through a divot or not. But if I want to put something around and then have it come down to, to hold onto underneath my neck like it shows, probably going to end up using yarn because I just really, I can't afford the expense right now of the faux leather. So, I mean, it's not too bad. I'm trying to get my stitch markers up and going. I have to get some more bindings for those. I got a few the other day. My husband took me to Hobby Lobby after my doctor's appointment the other day. And that was the day I was doing really good because we went there. And then, actually, that was the day before I got my phone call. But anyway, yeah, I went. I've got just a couple more charms. Mostly, I got different bindings. One of the things that my husband says he really wants me to put when I decide where I'm going to sell them from. I'd said before, no Etsy, but I may start with Etsy because a lot of people are telling me it's a good place to start with, just to see if your products are going to sell. So I may go ahead and start with them. And one of the listings that I would like to do is a is a custom, I'm going to have to straighten all this out in order to use it, is a custom stitch marker listing. So that, list some of my nicer charms maybe and nicer beads. You can pick out colors. And I do have some larger lobster hooks. I can't afford to use them all the time. They are just too expensive. And then I got some lever backs, which is the main backing that I plan on using. Um, I don't know. I may go ahead and get some of just the bigger round ones for, I need to know what people use for those for just, um, although I'm not really doing stitch markers, I'm doing progress keepers. So everybody uses some kind of clasp for a progress keeper. So, but I guess I could find out what kind of circles people use, if it's just a large jump ring or whatever, for knitting. Because I do plan on getting into knitting myself. So I don't want to, to feel like you just have to be a crocheter. I know what it's like to go onto a knitting site and not really be able to find any kind of tool or anything that you need, because it's all geared towards knitting. And it's not really because you went there and, put in the word knitting, but because some people use the words knitting and crochet interchangeably, and feeling that, oh, you're going to get to find some tools that you need, and then they are all geared just towards a knitter. So I don't want a knitter to come on my page and feel, oh, all I can get is a progress keeper. So I don't know. I haven't decided. As of right now, I'm just going to do more like the progress keeping type stitch markers. Like this is one that I made right here, the little black cat with the little bead. I usually like to have more danglies trailing than just one little bead. Um, but like on the custom, you'll be able to decide, and I'll probably have a price for if you want just one bead dangling from it, or if you want how I'm going to be doing the other one. I feel like that's kind of a little bit more my niche, kind of, I guess, because I've seen people do it, but I don't see a lot of people do it, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's still a lot of thought. I need to sit down and be able to create, but until I get the sample crochet done, I don't have time to do that. So let me see if I can. I'm so close to getting this knot out. Ha, ha, ha. Closer than I thought. If I can just, hopefully I'm pulling the right end to get the loose end out. So with that said, I am going to open up my room here in a little bit if anybody wants to come on and crochet and chat. Granted, I have not been chatting a whole lot myself the last couple days, but the other ladies do, and it's okay if you just want to come on and crochet and not particularly talk. I normally talk a lot. That's just how I am. I'm sure you guys have realized that about me. Oops, here's this one too. I thought I had a different one than just that. Um, but I've just wanted to be surrounded by people that I love, which is my Yarny community and my best friends that I have made through my chat room. I have made some really amazing friends through there, and it's why I'm like, everybody come and join, especially if you're like me, if you're disabled, if you can't get out and drive, if you're stuck home by yourself, you need people to keep you company. Come in and join us. It has literally changed It's changed a lot in my well-being over the last few months. And it's also why right now, after I got my news, I'm not completely devastated like I would have been. I mean, I've been devastated the last couple days, but not like how I normally am. And my husband was so worried. He was like, "Oh no, um, I had a really close friend that I met in my first ever woman support group after I found out that I was HIV positive. And she lived here for a while and then she moved to be with her parents as she was getting a little sicker. And I missed her a lot. And we talked on the phone and spent plenty of time together. We had talked and we were supposed to talk again closer to my birthday, which is Christmas Eve. I went to it was a fundraiser for an AIDS organization that happens in the fall, or did happen in the fall. It was for the AIDS task force. There is no longer an AIDS task force in the city of South Bend, but they used to have this amazing gala. And actually, I think the last time we talked was close to my birthday. This was in the springtime, and there I found out from somebody who knew her and her parents that she had passed on. And I took it so hard. She was my best friend ever. Her and her mom had come for my wedding from Iowa, where she had moved to, and we were always there for each other. I had such a hard time with her death and the fact that I had been told, that I didn't have long. And still during that time, it was before, I think it was before, no, actually, it was after I had outlived the time they had said. But then I was told, well, most people don't make it 10 years. And I was at like, come here, baby. I was at like 5.5 years. Or maybe it was before that. I think it was, trying to think of where I was living, if it was before or after my wedding. It had to have been after my wedding because she came to my wedding. So it was after the 5 year mark. And I think it was after we had seen her. That was the summer she came to see us, and then she passed away. And that after that Christmas, because we got married in June. Then I talked to her on my birthday, Christmas around my birthday, which is Christmas Eve. And then I hadn't heard from her, and I'd been sending her messages, and I hadn't been hearing back, and I'd been leaving her messages on the phone. That was before cell phones and stuff. And then to find out at this event that she had passed away, it was just devastating to me. And also the fact that her mom somehow overlooked and didn't get a message to me, because I would have been at the funeral. Oh, I would have been there in an instant. Um, I talked to her later, and she felt bad about that. But I understand she was going through a lot at the time herself, a lot of emotions, and everything. And she was the only one who would have known to contact me. Uh, but I was a zombie. My husband said, and I can't remember 2 weeks. I honestly can't remember 2 weeks of my life. My best friend lived with us then, with my goddaughter, who was just a baby. And they said I just went through my days. I can't remember. I think I may have taken a couple days off work. But when I went back, I was just en route. I went to work. I came home. I ate, watched TV, went to bed, got up, went to work. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't do anything. I didn't interact with my goddaughter very much. I just sat and stared. And didn't even know I was doing it until after I came out of it. I had another good friend pass away right after our daughter was born. Um, she was maybe 6 months, just old enough. We took her to the retreat that I always went to, an HIV retreat. He got to see her there, and then a couple months later, he died of a brain aneurysm that they think was caused by his medications. Um, Again, I don't think I was zombie-like for a full 2 weeks, but I was for a couple days. It's just a reaction that my body went into. I couldn't control it. I didn't know it was happening. I didn't know it until after the fact. And when they told me how I acted during that time and how I reacted. And my husband's always afraid I'm going to go back there. When I get bad news, um, I'm pretty sure it's why he holds important things from me. Sometimes, I get upset, when he doesn't tell me about financials or this and that sometimes. But I know he's afraid of what might happen if I really get scared. And from my reaction from the phone call, I could see it in his eyes. I could tell he was worried that I was going back there. But I didn't. I'm still mourning myself. I got to get past this grieving period so that I can get to the knit and grits and bolts where I fight and see what I can do to change the situation. If I can do anything to change the situation. So I credit my not letting myself get into that place by having the friends that I have met through the Yarna community. I tried to get a hold of one of my best friends, and I said that my phone number is not approved to go through or something like that. Now, I know this friend has been having issues. I don't know if this friend may possibly be in a rehab right now, and that's why that message came over my phone. I don't know what's going on. I've left a message on Facebook, but this person hardly ever gets on Facebook. Really only went on Facebook a couple of years ago to appease a couple people, and then he doesn't really use it. So it's been rough. It's been really rough. We're going to fight this. I'm going to build my strength back up, and we're going to fight this. And hopefully we come out on top, and I can keep getting the medication that is keeping me going and keeping me from not being in bed every single day of my life until 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, the last couple days I've been like that. I have been up a little bit later at night. But those were days when it didn't matter. I wouldn't be up late at night, or I would be, because the pain is always more intense at night, always. And then I would just sleep the next day. And I don't want to go through the rest of my life like a zombie. I want to be making stitch markers. I want to see if you guys love them enough and want to buy them. I want to be making my crochet products. I want to sell custom crochet to anybody who wants it from me. And I really want to become a really good tech editor. So, and I need to find people who would like me to tech edit for them. I need to get my website up. It's on hold right now because I literally cannot look up things without getting a migraine. And that's one of the things that happens when my body goes into this mode. I can have a page in front of me and I can't really read it. Sometimes I can books, but not if it's something that I'm learning from. So, with that said, I am hoping to get another segment on of my reading Anna Karenina in the next couple days. I know I'm trying to do 2 a week. That will make it only 1 this week, unless I do 1 tomorrow and then 1 Sunday. Um, we'll see how I feel and what I can do. I wanted to do it today. I opened the book and I could see the words. I just didn't feel like I would be able to read them out loud. If I were to sit down and read it to myself, I think I could do it. But out loud, I don't think I can today. And I've had a migraine until, when did it finally go away? It's 9 o'clock right now, I think about an hour ago. So, I don't know if it's because I had a big bowl of, like, I called it a fruit salad, but it was star fruit and kiwi and blueberries. And my husband bought me some star fruit when it was on sale, and I've had it for like the last week and a half, and it does keep longer. So does the kiwi, because I had that longer. And I was like, I gotta get it used before it goes bad. So he'll buy me some more. The sad thing is I can be craving something one day and then have no appetite for days. I try to get the fruit eaten that he gets me, but sometimes I can't get it all. So anyway, with that said, I am going to go because I am past showing you my WIP. I've already put it back in the bag. And this is Work a WIP Friday, not Sit and Talk About Your Life Friday. So I will let you guys go. And I will be back hopefully tomorrow. And please know that I love every single one of you. Know that you matter to me. I know you matter to more than just me, but please know you matter to me. If you need me, let me know. Reach out to me. I'm still in the process of cleaning out my emails. It's taking a little bit longer now because of everything else I have to do, but I'll get it done. And please know that you're beautiful no matter what. Beautiful and gorgeous and handsome. And I love every one of you. And I will talk to you soon. Later.